Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny Love with Jenny Love Journals. And today guys, I am not doing a crafting video. I'm actually coming to you with a haul, a pretty big haul that I got from a few different places. One of them came from an actual antique store. Another one came from a Facebook Marketplace antique book haul that my husband and I purchased. This book haul, this is just two of the literally like 300 books that we purchased from this book haul. I think we got the entire haul for like, actually, you know what? I think it was free. I think they were giving the book haul away for free. And we noticed in the listing that some of the books looked really vintage. And when we got it, it took us hours to go through them all. And come to find out, literally every single book was vintage. And I was just blown away because, like I said, we got it for free. And the people that were giving it away, unfortunately, came from a man that had passed away that had possession of the books, and they were just cleaning out his home and decided to give all of his books away. And he must have been a pretty aged fella because, like I said, the books that we got were very vintage. And of course, I'm not going to show you all of them. We will be here all day, so I'm just going to show you a few of my favorites. And then we got another haul from another buyer on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to start off by showing you these vintage letters. We actually purchased these from an antique store. We got the bundle for $15. And a lot of these are from the 1930s, 1940s, as you can see here. There we go. This one is 1940. And these are all vintage letters. Well, I'm not going to go through every single one. This is actually my first time going through the letters. You know, I went through and looked at the envelopes and stuff, but as far as opening the letters and reading them, I have yet to do so. So this is my first time as well as it is yours. This is a typed letter. And it's to Biffy, which is funny because my oldest daughter's name is Elizabeth. And we've always called her Biffer. Lizard or Biffer. And then it's from Papa. How cute is that? So this is a typed letter from 1940. And you know, back then, instead of opening, a lot of times they would open it like we do, you know, using the flap, but they would also just tear the side open. You see that a lot with vintage letters. And there's quite a few of them here, a big stack. This one's 1941. Wow, this one's a little brittle. Oh, it's got something attached to it. Oh, look, you can see how long it's been folded. The color of this card ended up bleeding over onto this. Western Union. It's a Western Union telegram, guys. My goodness. And this is the typed side. I thought it was the other side, but it's so faded. A Western Union telegram. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit. There we go. I don't even know if they do Western Union telegrams anymore. I know that they did Western Union like payment transfers, but I don't even know if they even do that anymore, to be honest. With technology these days, I could be wrong. This one's 1941. These seem to be all addressed to the same person, Mr. K.B. Holmes in Poultney, Vermont. And they made it all the way down here to Southwest Florida. This is a written one. Oneonta, New York. I grew up in upstate New York, so I'm familiar with Oneonta. 730 North Station Booster. Dear Ken, I thank you very much for the loan, and also I thank Biff and you for a very delightful visit. I hope this coming year will be filled with success and happiness for you both. Tell Georgie and Jeannie that I had a good time coming back and was sorry that I did not say goodbye. Love and best. Kirk? K-I-R-K, maybe? Maybe that's what the K stands for, Kirk. And that's a handwritten letter on a piece of stationery from Oneonta, New York. So as you can see, guys, this is pretty cool. And they are perfect for using in my junk journals because, as you guys know, I love using vintage things. Now, I'm not going to open up all of these. Of course, I'll do that later. But these are just so interesting. This one's thick. I kind of want to open this one. It's thick. Oh my goodness. What year is this? 1942. Whew. I don't know how anybody can read that. Because again, I have two can enjoy life for another year. It's good to know you leave a little something. I don't know. That's a little tough to read. January 13th, 1942. Definitely different handwriting. Front and back on, this is 3 pages? Nope, 2 pages. Front and back on 2 pages. How interesting. The signature is different. It doesn't say Kirk. I don't know what that says, honestly. But somebody else had written it. To Mrs. KB Holmes. Very interesting. Yeah, there's quite a bit of these. Here's another thick one. This one doesn't have an envelope, but the stamp is on the letter itself. 1941, Merry Christmas, from Troy, New York. Wow. Oh, look at that. So I can definitely use this in a Christmas journal. This is, I don't know if this all goes to the same letter, but some of these don't have envelopes. So cute. So there's a couple bundles that we have purchased. And as you can see, there's multiple letters in each bundle. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. Like I said, we would be here all day if I went through all of these. I might put a few of these up for sale in my Etsy shop. That's something that I'm considering. Not all of them, of course, because I want to keep some of them, but I might put some of these, a few of these, up for sale. All right, so we have these books. This is The Story of Orchestral Music and Its Times by Paul Gabby. The spine is pretty battered, and as you can see, it looked like it had some water damage. It's a little book. It belonged to Warren W. Moore. And this book is dated, where's the copyright on this one? 1942. It is a cute little book. And it would make a cute little journal. I also have this one. And this is Love is a Special Way of Feeling by England. That is the sound of a train. If you hear that, there's train tracks a few miles over, and there's one passing now. The date on this one, this is so adorable. 1960. So it's old, but it's not that old. It's about 65 years old. But it's super adorable. I love it. Feed a Lost Cat. So I can definitely utilize the book itself and the pages to make a cute little journal. Let's see, this is the Reader's Digest, 1970 volume. Bless the Beasts and Children, Great Lion of God, I Chose Prison, and Fiona. Oh, Kim, A Gift from Vietnam. So it's got several stories in it. I love the cover. I love it. I am absolutely in love. It's got a little book plate already in there. I mean, the book is in excellent condition for 1970. You know, 55 years old. So I definitely plan on utilizing the cover for sure. Some illustrations in here. Not very many illustrations, but there are some. But I just love the cover. Nice thick spine. I can save the spine. Love that. Okay, here we have the Hinckley, A Dictionary of Antique Furniture. And I thought this book was cool too. We actually purchased this at, let me zoom out some more, at an antique store. It belonged to Julie Ford. We have an antique store close by, and we are friends with the owners. And so we always get some good finds, or find some good things there. That's where we got the letters too. This was, is there copyright 1953? Let me hold it up so you guys can see that. 1953. And again, this is a book of her antique furniture. Perfect for junk journaling. Wow, look at those tables. French school tables. Interesting. Lots of chairs, tables, antique furniture in general, sofas, English and Irish designs, Irish furniture. They have French furniture, Irish, English, all different categories of antique furniture. And the book itself, the cover, the spine, in excellent condition for how old it is. And I got this book for $2. Beautiful book. Okay, this is a 1941 yearbook. The Rock, I'm assuming that was their mascot, or even, I don't know if that's the name of the school. I'll grab a sip of my coffee. As you can see, it is not in the best condition. The spine has been taped back together, but I will definitely use the pages inside. The pages are a little fragile. Got some drawings in here. The log of the SS Rock, 1941. That's funny. The Rock staff. Yep, that must be the name of the school. The Rock. It doesn't, I'm not sure where this school was located. Yeah, I'm not seeing yet anyway the location of the school. Class of 1941. I don't even think that this is a high school yearbook, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. It's like a college yearbook maybe, but I don't know that colleges ever had yearbooks. I could be wrong. But that's what this seems like. I mean, these would be, if it was high school, these would be like the seniors. An old newspaper article. I love finding things like this in old books. Oh, Junior High Dramatic Club. This is a high school yearbook. Interesting. I wonder if it's a high school on like a military base. Right? Maybe? I don't know. It could be. I mean, don't they have schools on military bases? I'm assuming so. Actually, I know that they do. So I'm assuming that's what this might be. I don't know, but either way, it's really cool. And while I will feel completely guilty cutting this up, it will definitely make for a really cool journal. And there's a lot of stuff in here. It's a pretty thick book. All right, let's come over here to, I'm gonna skip, because I wanna show you one of my favorite ones. There's several of them. But that's this one, The Hollywood Musical. And this book, this was in, with the boxes of free books that we, or no, actually, was this at the antique store? No, this was in the boxes of the free books that we got. The book cover is in really good condition, and that's the front of the book without the dust cover on it. Very cool. And it's all about Hollywood movies and musicals. The date on this, I want to say, was the 40s. Oh, this is 1981. So this must be a reprint. It is a large book. I can't even fit it in frame. But has a lot of really cool stuff in here. From the 1930s, 1920s, musicals, movies, Broadway shows, stage shows. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, here's the 40s. We were just in the 20s. So it goes, you know, with time. Now we're in the 30s. So it starts off from the 20s. Oh, look. There's a glare so you can't see it. There we go. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It starts off in the 20s and it ends in the 60s or 70s. Let's see. 70s. Maybe even the 80s. So if that's the case, it's not a reprint. The Muppets. Oh my gosh. Look at theirs. Is that Elvis? 1980. There you go. That's the year I was born. Yesterday was actually my birthday, June 2nd, 1980. So you do the math. Feeling pretty old over here. But yeah, this book, I can't wait to make something beautiful out of this book. Oh, the dust covers. There we go. Fell in love with this as soon as I seen it. There was several, more than several, probably about 50 photo albums. And while I'm obviously not going to show them all to you, a lot of them dated, like this one is 1958. Some of them were from the 40s. And every single one of them were full of photos. Full. And there was so many of them. I had no idea where to put them, so I had to put them in the closet of my husband's man cave room. Because I don't have room in my craft room. So, you know, I'll slowly go through them and figure out which photos I want to keep. But this one was one of my favorites, so I figured I'd save this one to show you guys. And yeah, this was, like I said, there was at least 30 photo albums. And this came with the lot of books that we got for free. This is just a citrus industry magazine, but I thought it was kind of interesting because it is dated for 1974. And I love vintage magazines. I actually have a few coming from eBay that I ordered. A few more, I should say, because I don't have enough. That's a joke. I do. I have too many, but you know me. But, yeah, so I kept this. I thought this was interesting. Now, when I say that there was at least 300 books in that lot of free books, I am not kidding you. Maybe even more. But I didn't keep all of them. I just kept maybe like 40 or 50, and then we sent the rest off to Goodwill. This is, I believe, a children's book, 5 O'Clock Charlie. You can tell it's pretty old, but it's in decent shape. Let me see if I can find a year. You can tell that it does have a little bit of moisture damage. 1962. And this is a Rand McNally and Company book. This book I also might put in my Etsy shop. I'm not keeping everything that I'm showing you guys. Some of it, yes, but not everything. Some of the things that I won't be keeping, I will be putting in my Etsy shop. In case you are interested and want to purchase to utilize for your own journals or craft projects or what have you. But this book is in pretty good shape. Like I said, it is a little, I can't say water damage, but maybe a little bit of humidity or something bent the pages just a little bit or bowed the pages. Let's see, I have this Treasured Polish Christmas Customs and Traditions book, which will be perfect for Christmas time journals. It's got a dust cover on it. That's in really good condition. And let's see, 1972. So these are custom, oh, it's got some sheet music in here. Custom Christmas, Polish Christmas traditions. Lots of music. I was going to say, is the whole thing music? I don't think so. Stories. Recipes. Christmas Day dinner. New Year's Eve or St. Sylvester's. That's funny, Sylvester. That's my father's name and my brother's name. So I thought this was pretty cool too. Might actually put this in my Etsy shop as well. And then I have this vintage Singer sewing book. It's a very thick book. The dust cover is torn on the corner here. As you can see, it is pretty brittle. This is the Complete Guide to Sewing. That's what the front looks like without the dust cover. It's actually pretty nice. Thank God for dust covers, preserved dust covers anyway. The year of this book is 1969. And it's the ins and outs and everything you need to know about sewing. Color and fabric. So I might actually keep this one. I'm not sure. But if you're interested in any of these, you just, head on over to my Etsy store and see what I do have up. I don't know if I'm going to have the listings up before or after I post this video. So if you happen to see this video and then go over and I don't have any of these listed yet, just kind of check back. I'm going to try to get them up as soon as possible. Sorry, my dog is sneezing. We have this old trigonometry, plain and spherical book. It's got somebody's name on it. Hudson, New York. Also in that big lot of free books, there was like tons and tons of college textbooks. Like there was like 4 or 5 from Syracuse University. I was born and raised in Syracuse, New York. And I thought those were interesting too. I think those are, I kept those, but I think I put them away in the closet. But this one I thought was pretty cool. Oh, it's fallen apart a little bit. What year is this from? Oh, this is a brittle one, 1946. Syllabus and Trigonometry. Look at that. Again, not sure if I'm going to keep, I might keep this one actually. I think I am going to keep this one. I can tear the pages out and use them to put in pockets and things. Okay, let's see. We have this book, which is the Engineering Mechanics. This is a McGraw-Hill book. And there's some original writing in here. This is dated 1940. So this book is actually in excellent condition for being 85 years old. This book I might put in my Etsy shop. There's some original writing in here. Somebody was taking notes. That's a pretty cool book. And we have a few more things. Actually, I have a lot more, but I'm not going to show everything in this video because, like I said, we'll be here all day. This is the early years in Brookhaven Town. The Brookhaven Town Bicentennial Commission. I don't know where Brookhaven is, if I'm being honest. Trying to look and see. Oh, Long Island. So, New York. It's not a thick book at all. It's a very light, thin book. But I thought it was pretty cool. Can be utilized in a journal. I don't know what year. Did we miss the year? I don't see a year. Yeah, I don't see a year. Oh, duh. 1975. Turn it over, Jenny. We got the Constitution and Bylaws of the Port Jefferson Station Polish American Independent Club in Port Jefferson, or Long Island, New York. 1934. There's some stains up in the corners. These I will probably have in my Etsy store, or Etsy shop rather. And of course I will try to price them as fair as possible. This is a very thin book. This is actually addressed. Has an original address on it. Here we have the Miller Place High School course offerings, school year 1979 to 1980. That's my real last name. So when you started school, this was the book that they gave you with all the courses in it that you can take, the electives, things like that, classes, electives, courses, all of that. Pretty cool. This one is cool. This is the Maxwell Field of Alabama headquarters, SEAAF Training Center. Look at that. Now this, let's see if we can find a date. I don't see one. Was it on the front? No. Is it on the back? No. I'll probably put this in my Etsy shop as well. Oh, it's got a backside for autographs. Probably for the the pilots, the soldiers, to sign the book. Can't believe there's no year in here. If I had to guess, it looks like the 1920s, maybe the 30s. I don't know if y'all caught that. Has the chow room where they ate all their meals. Yeah, not sure on a date, but this is pretty cool. And then we have this book, the dog is snoring, by the way, which is the Mount Vernon Illustration Handbook. And I believe Mount Vernon, yep, I was just going to say Maryland. Yep. This is, I don't know if I see a copyright date. It says 1976, but I don't think that's the copyright. Oh. Copyright 1972. Interesting. But yep, this talks about everything in Mount Vernon, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of photos in here. The dog is snoring so loud, I apologize. Again, for those of you who don't know, he's a Jack Chai. He's half Chihuahua, half Jack Russell. I showed a picture of him at the end of one of my videos last week or so. And his little bed is under my desk here. So when he falls asleep, you hear him snoring. We have the historic Washington, D.C. over 80 full color pictures. Thought this was pretty cool too. This I will probably put in my Etsy shop as well. I don't see a copyright date for this one. But it's got a lot of really cool pictures in it, photos. And you can tell that the book is an older book. The edges of the pages are stained a little bit, not too bad. And there's when the cherry blossoms bloom in DC. Oh, here's a map of DC. The National Zoologic Park. Mount Vernon again, Virginia. Actually, I think that map might have been for Maryland, because there's the Potomac River. So you got parts of Maryland, Virginia, DC, Delaware, obviously. The Washington Cathedral. All different kinds of really, really nice photos in here. Perfect for journals, patriotic journals, things like that. And then we have the America's Favorite Boat Ride Cruise Guide. Thought this was pretty cool. This West 42nd Street, but it doesn't say where, like what city or state. Welcome aboard your Circle Line cruise yacht. Again, not sure what year this book is, but it can tell you that it is pretty old, probably from the 60s, maybe 70s. It's got a lot of really cool pictures in here from like sceneries out on the water, cities, bridges, like your view from what you would see when you're out on the water. Pretty cool. And I already showed this to you in one of my videos, but this came from one of the hauls that I got. I don't know how old this is. I can tell you right now that this is very old. If I had to take a guess, I would say the 20s or the 30s. This is just a random notebook. And it's got some original writing in it, but I don't see any dates or years or anything. I mean, I looked high and low in this book. And there's also a lot of blank pages, but you can see how aged the pages are. Got some signatures in there. Maybe they used it as some kind of a ledger. I'm not sure. The majority of the pages are blank. I've decided to keep this because I can you know, tear out the pages and utilize them in my journal pockets and things. Even with the written pages. Sorry about that. So yeah, I thought this was really cool, and again, it is really old, but I just don't know how old. There's no dates, like, anywhere. Like I said, I've looked everywhere. Even the writing, I mean, you can tell that it's, you know, from the early 1900s just by looking at the writing. But yeah, there's a lot of blank pages in there as well that I will be utilizing. And then I'm going to show you one more thing before I let you go. And I got 10 of these that we purchased from a separate listing from Facebook Marketplace. We actually purchased these. And there's 10 of them, all different, obviously, but they are the same, I can't say author, but the Alcott books, the Whitman Alcott, and they are all the same. The dust cover on this, first of all, is definitely falling apart. But they are all very old children's books. And like I said, I got 10 of them in total. This is Little Women, obviously. 1951 is the date. And like I said, they're all the same book, but all different stories. And all 10 of the books are pretty much in the same condition. Some of the dust covers on some of them are in good condition, but the pages, you know, you can see how aged and yellowed they are, and that's pretty much the same in all 10 books. I don't know if I'm going to keep or sell these ones, if I'm being honest. I kind of want to keep them, but it's like, what am I going to do with all 10 of these? I don't know. I also don't want to break them up either because they came as a set. Like, let me show you. Like this one, for example, Hans Brinker. As you can see, it's the Whitman. And this dust cover is falling apart as well. I'm trying to be so careful. This one is 1946. So, like I said, I have 10 of these, and they're all pretty much in the same condition with, you know, a few of them where the dust covers are in a little bit better condition, but I'm not sure if I'm going to post these in my Etsy shop yet. I will have to get back to you on that. But if I do, you know, just keep an eye out for it. But yeah, I think that's it. I got a lot of little bits and bobs here of a bunch of, let's see, a lot of vintage papers that I had gotten, business cards. Like, look at this little postcard, and it's got a little calendar, like a little mini calendar, 1926. How cute is that? 1934, the World's Fair, guys. The World Fair. Okay, let me just tell you. Look at this. Now, I am obsessed with the World Fair. Especially the, is it 1976 World Fair? Where they introduced Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. And, yeah, Carousel of Progress, which is one of my favorite rides at Disney World, by the way. And It's a Small World. This is an old envelope. I got so many. This is an invoice. Please return with admittance, 1965. Lots of little things. And I found these in a lot of the books that we had received for free. And these were just tucked away in a lot of the books. So I kept them. I unfortunately disturbed their peace and took them out of their little books. How many things does the government require him to do? Lots of interesting things. Look at this. I love this. Santa and Me. Love the illustration on the front because I love how vintage it looks. And when you open it up, how adorable is that? I am a huge vintage Christmas person. I love Christmas, but I love, love, love vintage Christmas and vintage Halloween, but Christmas more. Here's another antique letter or old letter. You know, lots of different things. Here's an old film bag where they used to, when you used to go get your photos developed. There's some actual, what do you call them? The negatives. And that was in one of the books. I mean, just so many different things that I kept. And there's more. Like, this is not even half of the pile. But some really, really good finds. Definitely some gems and treasures that I am very excited to use. And like I said, some of the things that I showed you will be going in my Etsy shop. So make sure that you check back at my shop. Like I said, this video might go up before the listings. If it does, check back. And I'm going to try to get those listed either today or tomorrow. Today is June 3rd. Or tomorrow, June 4th. So make sure that you check back often if you are interested. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you liked this haul. I know that I definitely do. I'm going to enjoy quite a bit of what we got going on here. And again, a lot of this stuff will be going in my future journals that will also be for sale eventually. So super excited for that. The yesteryear summer journals that I made are still for sale in my Etsy shop. So if you were interested in that, I did the flip through video the other day. Go check that out if you hadn't seen it. If you're interested in one or both of those, they are still for sale in my Etsy store. I believe I have them listed for $56 because they are only one signature. But they're super adorable. I got a lot of compliments on them. So yeah, those are still available. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you give this video a great big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it out to family and friends who you think would enjoy it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.